Hey guys, where am I? Let's see. If I slide this way or this way, this way. Slide this way a little bit. Yeah, I'll be in the middle. Okay, it's very interesting. Um, let's get this over here. I guess yeah, I guess you guys can hear me. Welcome to our new channel. Yeah. Any beet juice? Of course. I wouldn't go anywhere without it. Are you kidding me? I don't care what the cashier says, even the big guy in the aisles. L'chaim, to beet juice. OMG, that is good. Wow. Woohoo. Well, we're back to the old days. 23 folks, it's just as good as 1,000 as far as I'm concerned. Doesn't really matter. Great to see you guys. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, it's a nice lamp. It's kind of torn. I melted part of the lampshade, but actually my mother gave me this, and usually she puts shells in here, but she put beads. Yo. Mustache isn't pink. Everything else is. Richard Pitzner. Nice, man. All right. So, yeah, a lot going on. I'm going to read this post because I think this is really a critical post. Hey, Joanne. Karen, Little Too Spicy, Lenore, Nick, Stephen, Infinite One, Gary, Rick S. Good evening, man. Thanks for watching my back. Renita, Rumpelstiltskin, Adam, Skinner, Patricia, Bell, White Lightning. Yeah, White Lightning. There was something you were reaching out to me about the patches, I think. I don't know if you guys saw, I put out a couple of videos today. I did a really nice video with Nirmala. Oh God, she's so beautiful and so wonderful. I don't know if anybody saw it, but it was like gangsta beats, right? She was just saying that the energy on the planet has completely changed, completely transformed. We're in like a whole new space. I can kind of I'm kind of getting glimpses of what she sees. I see these I'm starting to see these like colorful shapes. Just being around her, man, puts me into bliss. I was for like a half hour after talking to her, I was completely blissed out. I was incapable of doing anything. I told you bliss is like as dangerous as depression, but it's like, no, I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it. I'm trying to get out of the way of this incredible lights show behind me. It's really cool with the rain on the window. I mean, let's see if I can get out for 1 second so you can see it. Yeah. It's pretty cool, The lights actually reflect off the window, and they look like the lights are just hanging in space. Yeah, I mean, probably not. I don't know if you're going to get notifications. I don't know what YouTube's up to, man. They're doing some kind of cleansing thing. They're trying to get rid of unwanted elements, I guess. I don't think it's going to go well for them. I don't. But, they could try. I don't know if you're getting notifications. You just have to, we're regular times. I'm on this channel until I'm out of the doghouse. It's not a place I'm not familiar with, man. I've been in lots of doghouses, so it's like rubber room or sleeping on the couch, Bad boys have to do this stuff. Oh, no, we can't have this. Oh my gosh. It's starting to record. This phone has a mind of its own. Please, why did this happen? It takes me a half hour to erase all this stuff. How did this happen? Okay, I guess this is not going to be an easy task. Let me just get out of here. hopefully we'll stop recording. At anyway, yeah, from Ohio. Hey, Lloyd, Scott Poole, White Lightning. It's beautiful. Yeah, it really is so beautiful. Maybe I wonder if I turn this off for a second. Let me see what happens. I don't know. My camera will be confused, but you can really see it. It's so pretty. Actually, it's even prettier in the other direction. Over that way towards towards the towards over there. There's a lot more city. You know what I was thinking today? I was thinking I can either look at the Matrix or the ocean. You know, it's really like it. They're both beautiful. They're both beautiful. Yeah, Karen, I got kicked off my regular channel. I think it was for using the word that starts with an Mafia. I think that was enough to get me. It was on a live. You know, they can get you anytime, anywhere. They can pull up a video from 3 years ago and suddenly throw you. You know, it's just like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I have 2 strikes now, but one of the strikes comes off in 2 weeks, and they're going to let me back on my regular channel in 2 weeks. So hopefully the White House will be in control by then. I don't, I thought they were already, but just have to make the best of it. Just running on the Matrix. Yeah, man. Hey, hippie chick. Love you too. Gosh. I'm getting better. I'm getting like Nirmala thinks I'm getting a little too comfortable being alone. Like that I have to get out a little bit. But I really enjoy just my own space. I'm really just yeah. She says, I need to at least go to the gym just to smile at people once in a while, but I don't know. She is such a beautiful neshama, such a beautiful soul. All right. Break out of the matrix. Yeah. Break on through to the other side. I waited and God sent me Kellyanne Conway. Be patient. Keep him calm. Okay, that's good. All right, so let me read this post because this is a really critical post that I saw this morning. And I think it really captures where we're holding right now. I mean, to the best of my knowledge, this captures you know what? Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I don't have much natural padding, so I need a little help there. Make it a little softer. It's my new chair. I'm just getting used to it. It's really wonderful to have this. I mean, I finally got everything set up. I got my camera. I got the microphone, and then they take me off my channel. But I didn't really. I was nervous for about a half hour when it first happened. Then I just like, you know what, man. God just is doing what he's doing. I mean, it's fine. I'm sure we're going to a higher level in some way. This will bring us when we land on our feet. It'll be on a higher level. Everything. I was asking for change. I wanted progress, and here it is. So I'm not giving any energy to the idea that oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm just like, okay, man. I was at first it struck me. And poor Gila was lurking for me. She says, I could set my watch to you come on, where were she said she was ready to run over here to see if I was all right. I mean, if she couldn't get me on the phone, so sweet. We are sending embrace the change. That's what Nirmala was saying, that way you just have to kind of like just ease into this and keep your intentions high. But I asked her twice. I said, is it just like we're just like floating on the river and we can't even imagine where we're heading? She says, no, we still need to have like an idea. And I don't think it's really a matrix idea. I don't think like where we're going, like you have to think, oh, I'm gonna be the number one stock investor in California, and I'm gonna have 19 boats, all of them, docked, and I'm gonna have a big sign that says these boats belong to Ellie. I don't think it's like kind of like that. I think your intention should be. Yeah, I don't know what your intention should be. I'm just telling you what my intention is. My intention is a memory from the past, I believe, or the future. I'm not sure what the memory is, but I just remember like being in this in like a in a dwelling. It doesn't look The dwellings don't look anything like our dwellings. They're made of like light and energy. They're not they're just they're like embody comfort. They like vibrate with music and love and light and comfort. Like the buildings that we used to have were just like vibrationally comfortable, and the clothes you wore was like kind of like, I mean, I actually like tight fitting clothes right now. I'm going through a phase, but I used to like really like baggy clothes. Now I like really tight clothes. I don't know why I'm going through this phase, but the clothes will just be like, you won't feel it. It'll just be a part of you. It'll just be, like, just you'll be dressed in the most comfortable clothes in the most comfortable house. Not even a house. It's just a place. It's kind of like inside and outside are all one, and you're with people that you just radiate. You just know them. You don't even have to speak to each other. You're already completely understanding each other. You're just standing there radiating joy in this place that has light and song and music and vibrations. It's like you're in a big med bed. You're in this vibration of love with people that you just feel comfortable with. That's the main thing. And you're wearing comfortable clothes and you're in a comfortable house. And it's just like your life is comfortable. It's like there's never any like, oh no, I forgot the mortgage. I mean, that is going to be like, forget about it, man. It's like, forget. I mean, I'm already there. I don't know what's going to happen to me in the long run. I mean, it could. I feel like I just don't worry. I mean, like, today I lost my job. Really, I lost a steady gig, a really nice gig. I lost you know I lost a nice job, and it just is like, you know what, God will find me another way he'll bring money another way, and I think that's where we're heading. It's like it's just like, it's no biggie. It's like, I'll get some more money some other way. It'll just be like, I just don't think we're meant to work. I think if we don't worry about it, it'll just come. But that's just my own. I'm not an investment advisor, obviously. But that's where I think, that's where I see us going as a, like Nirmala was kind of saying, like, I know that, that's where you want to go, and you want to bring your peeps with you. You want to be in this, like, it's so far beyond. I mean, like, in she's. I mean, I think she was saying we're beyond 5D. In other words, it's just like we're into shapes and color. I mean, just to be like, just the way Nirmala is. She just sees shapes. I mean, she starts giggling in the middle of the thing. I said, "Why are you?" And she said, "I'm sorry." She says, "I just see all these shapes coming off you." She's just giggling. She's just like delighting in the moment, in the the comfort, really the comfort of being alive. It's not supposed to be a fear-inducing experience. It's just like, you're just, man, this is just, it's just steady. It's just like, they're not. It's not so up and down. Yeah, you might feel like, oh, I'm so in love. just to look at that, the orchid, just to look like that's what when I look at an orchid, I just spin out of control. I'm just like, it's like I have to control myself so I don't like just melt into a pool of nirvana, just um and I think that's where we're heading. I think we're going, and for us, it's a little bit hard to imagine, but when you see something like this, man, I ordered this. I think it costs like $10. I have 10 bandanas of every different color you can imagine for $10, man. I mean, that's like, I feel like, if you gave me like a diamond that was worth, 50 zillion dollars, it wouldn't probably give me as much pleasure as this little thing of rags. I'm gonna make this a public opening here. But I mean, just look at this, man. You can just order this on Amazon for $10. Look at all these colors, man. Orange. Look at that blue. Look at that blue. And the white to contrast all the other ones. And look at this turquoise greenish thing, man. I mean, look at all these colors just for a few dollars. Red, bright red. And this light blue just makes me crazy. And of course, oh, look, this nice pink. Can you guys see it? I'm not holding it up right. There we go. Pink and yellow. I mean, isn't that such a delight for the eye? Look at that. It's just, I mean, I don't know if you could do that 20 years ago. I don't think you could just I don't remember having this many different colored bandanas. I don't remember that. It's such a wonderful world. I'm just, I'm going to pick this one. This is so beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that color, man. It's so beautiful. It's unbelievable. I get to own this thing, man. And I don't know if I can really blow my nose in this. I don't think I can do it. It's too beautiful. That's what I bought these for, but that's the way it is. Yeah, but they're so beautiful. I don't even want to blow my nose in this thing. I think I'm going to use these as just put them on my, I don't have a mantelpiece. I don't have a fireplace, but just to leave them on my table, just to look at them. It's so exciting. The Kleenex. Yeah, I do have Kleenex somewhere around here. Yeah, I have. I think I'm just going to use Kleenex. I ordered them because I thought, wow, look how cool this would be. But I am like a little kid. I know. And that's really what the Magus card. Those of you who are into tarot, I know it's considered usher for Jewish people to look at cards and all that stuff. But I got to Kabbalah through tarot. But if you look at the tarot card, anyone know tarot? The head card, the top card is the Magus, the magician, and the magician is the wise man. But he's also a fool. He's an idiot. That's the way you got to be, man. You got to be like a little kid, just like, whoa, man. I mean, what's going to make you happy? What's going to make me happier? The FBI comes and says, we found your XRP. We're going to give it back to you. Or 10 snot rags with, I mean, it's like, it's all how you look at things. Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So let me get to some info. Yeah. You read tarot cards, Raven? Yeah. I mean, they're cool. The Magus, he's the what, and they say that in a lot of sources. I mean that, if you're really like the real wise man, wise guy is he's like a little kid. He's just he's delighted with everything. I'm not saying I'm on that level, but I can see. I got to open a window. I can see aspects of that. See how that I never know how the noise is going to be affected. it depends on the way the wind is coming and the angle and the vehicles that are flying by my window and all this stuff. Okay, so anyway, let me get to this juicy intel. This is really great intel, and all the channels this morning had it, and I think it's worth really stopping and yeah, I'm really not. I know I get a lot of comments of people like, Ellie, you have to get into the RV. I'm just like, I just don't care, man. I mean, getting rich is like a very nice thing, but it's not. That's not what it's going to be about for me. I'm already rich. I'm already rich. Why am I rich? Because I'm happy with what I have, and I don't think about money. I don't, even though I don't have any. Now I'm in a really desperate situation. I could care less. I just, I'll just pay less bills. I'll just go into the red. I mean, what are they going to do about it, man? You take my job, you take my channel. What do you want me to do? I mean, I can't, if I can't pay my bills, I mean, stupidity, right? You cut your nose to spite your face. That's what these reptilians are doing. I got a thing today from the lawyer. She's like, did you get, I said, yeah, I have a job, but it's not really steady. It's not like a job where I get insurance. I don't get any insurance on my job. Screw it, man. I mean, if I'm really sick, do you think that they're going to throw me out on the street? I mean, if you have insurance, they're going to give you the best medical attention ever, and then you'll be dead. I shouldn't have said that, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, he could go to Sloan Kettering. He could get the best care possible. You know what that's going to do? They'll give me the best poison they can find, man. It'll be so well researched. Take my wife, please. Yeah, man. I hear you, Gary. Less is more. Yeah. At any rate, yeah. So here we go. So, okay, so let me read this intel. So I've said many times these events have to happen. This is from Tironian. I've said many times these events have to happen. Right now, there is division inside the U army. The country U, their army, they're divided. And many consider a military coup against the Z guy, the big Z. Daisy, I hope you're not watching me blow my nose. Oh my gosh. I'll be so embarrassed. Daisy watches me. I always fall asleep when I'm reading intel. Okay, so how many? Yeah, okay, so they could have a coup against this Nebbish. This guy's running a country, man. Would you like if you were in high school and you were picking sides? Would you let this guy be on your team? I'd be like, man, that guy is cooties, and he's running a country. Cooties, big time, man. That guy's like, I mean, and he looks just like George S. And I don't care what anybody says, that those guys are not Jewish. That is not. Maybe they have Jewish ancestry, whatever that means. Apparently, that doesn't even mean anything. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, I'm not going there. Okay, in Germany, the military forces are also divided. They're painting a picture of what's going on right now. In Poland, the military forces are divided. All of Europe into the U.S. and the U.S., the military forces are divided. Everywhere, everything leads to a powerful near-death civilization event. The massive nuclear standoff, the huge escalation of the war in the country U, these events will lead to clear and present danger within the confines of the NATO and UN, the Patterson Pentagon, whatever that means. The huge mishandling of the war, sending weapons, arrivals, artillery, and heavy assault vehicles, tanks, the massive money laundering connected to the EU, US, NATO, UN will all be exposed as white hat military intelligence is leaking, leaking documents, classified files to the public, the gray hats politicians, the elites willing to jump the left parties. So, huge mishandling of the war, sending these big, massive tanks over our taxpayers' money, not my taxpaying money, man. You won't catch me financing those bad boys. No way, man. I did it for like God knows how many years, 30, 40 years, but sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. All right, so everything happening now must happen. I've said this long ago in 2021, January, that we are headed into world war, and the outcome would be the exposure of the deep state military in almost all countries, and the exposure of deep state military intelligence protecting the elites, presidents, prime ministers, top politicians, world globalists, as in the Davis place in Switzerland, Billy G, this three-letter agency that starts with a C, Department of Injustice, BO, the Clintonians, the Roth kids, the Rockefellers, and he doesn't mention here, but I'm going to add it in. You forgot Tyronian, the 13 bloodline families that start from the Vatican. Let me just say it again. The 13 bloodline families, not just the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. We know their names. We don't know the names of the rest of them. They're so high up there that they're unnameable. And that's probably why my channel came down, because I mentioned this. Even the patriots can't mention this. They have to make it seem like it's some kind of, maybe it's like partially Jewish thing. It's not. It comes from the friggin' Vatican, guys. Get your stories straight. I'm not going to go off on this. Relax. I'm sorry. That's what you have to do when you find yourself like getting onto a diving board without a bathing suit, looking down at the water, thinking, I'm going to jump. Just take a deep breath. I hope the humming's not too bad. I'll open another window if it gets to be too loud. Anyway, yes, Tyronian. And you might want to mention next time the 13 bloodline families that nobody knows their names of. Okay. The huge failure to happen after the nuclear standoff and the major war escalation will expose the deep state system throughout the world. Maybe you even, Tyronian, you'll say, you'll put credit where it belongs, or you'll give the bad boys their comeuppance. Nobody seems to want to mention these guys, the unnameable, the untouchable ones from deep beneath the earth and the city of Rome that nobody that got my channel taken down. Anyway, the huge failure to happen after the nuclear standoff and major war escalation will expose the DS system throughout the world, as white hat military intelligence is silently dropping files to those in power. And who will listen to what's going to come? Military tribunals, courts, treason, east-mongering, crimes against humanity. The whole world is already exposing all the bad boys, the medical thing. This information leaks will continue as the leaks turn into floods. We're heading for the flood. Event. That's happening with the country with the selection process, with the creation of medical situations, the exposure of all that, the laptop and the crypto and the collusion of big tech with the intelligence agencies, the five-sided building controlling all the countries is about to be exposed. And of course, don't forget about Gilligan, the skipper to Marianne, na na na, and Gilligan, na 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 na, here on Gilligan's Island. So T, the MAGA king, is already exposing the government on monumental levels and will continue into a thunderous roar, a storm. Nothing can stop what is coming. Is this really annoying to you guys? It is kind of aggravating, yeah. Everything is on its path. Planned, have faith, have hope. The DS is using all their cards and final chess moves. They are fighting for their life. They are done as they stall the game and try to create world war. We will come close to a civilization near death event. Not all procedures are in place to stop. But procedures are in place to stop the apocalypse. So it will not be the end. This is the beginning. I think this is getting a little bit loud. This is not annoying you guys? Is that better? I think that's better. Hey, Bernice. So anyway, does that give you a really solid scenario of what's happening right now? They're gearing up for the big war. All the militaries are divided. The whole world is divided. I saw this thing with another truther who says you don't need 51% of people to be on the awakened side. You only need 3%, he was saying. You only need a small handful of people. He says it's not usually the majority all of a sudden. It's always a small handful of people like us that wake up, and then the rest of the world. Oh, I'm feeling rain now. Okay. You couldn't hear anything? Yeah, I could though. It was really like there's a lot of drama when you live up this high. Hot in Miami, yeah. Yeah, it was Gene Nolan. Yeah, 3%. Somebody sent me that. I didn't catch who, but I appreciate when you guys send me weird stuff because I wouldn't necessarily see it. And yeah, I think he's got a really good point there, that we don't have to all wake up. Effects, right? 80%, then 30%, now 3%, right? Yeah, I mean, the geniuses. I mean, it's only in 3 dimensions that we try to put things into like that kind of a structured reality. Reality is, I don't think reality really works like that. Reality is quantum. Reality is beet juice with turmeric and ginger. Yeah. Okay. So, right. My brain is starting to. All right. So I think that's a really important piece of intel. Let's just go over this again, because this is the structure of where we are right now. I know my mouth is red. Beet juice is so good. Okay. So I've said many times, these events have to happen. There's division in all fronts. All the militaries, all the intelligence agencies are divided. There's good and bad and everything. This is the end of the era of the tree of knowledge, where the tree of knowledge dominates, where good and evil are mixed together. I mean, it's unbelievable. You have in all these militaries, you have really good and really bad, and it's all mixed together. In the past, we didn't even know it. It was so bad that we didn't even know there was, we just thought it was the military. But now we're seeing that the military and the intelligence agencies are completely, I wish I could say these words, it'd be so nice to be able to like speak openly. The N word, the people from Germany that are still in control, that are behind all these intelligence agencies, the not Z people. So so they're behind everything. That guy from California, I saw him walking with like a bunch of thugs behind him, with like these big guys with, like going like they're like walking like this, like they're just ready to shoot somebody. Gavin Newsom, what a creep! What a creep! Unbelievable. I mean, if I didn't know he was a clone or a guy with a mask, I would think like, wow, what was his mother thinking? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so the big mishandling of the war, everything's going to come out, and then at the same time, so all this information is going to be dripping out and then flooding out. It's already it's picking up speed, and then there's going to be a big nuclear standoff, and all the people are going to go, "No, Mr. Hands, no." The two. Remember Mr. Hands from Saturday Night Live? Like the guy would come in and he would like smush all the clay. No, no. The huge failure. Okay, and then the whole world is already exposed to all the bad guys. They know about all these guys, and then event. That's happening with you, with the selection process, with the medical thing. They didn't even mention here the banking thing. They do mention crypto. With the kids, with the controlling countries, everything. These bad boys are going down, man, big time. Hey, Ms. Erica. Yeah, these are sexy people. That let's just call it like it is, man. There's nothing wrong. You guys don't have to be ashamed of being sexy people. It's okay. You're not demonic people. I mean, demonic people should be ashamed of themselves. But it's okay to be a little bit, I mean, a guy like me, I mean, I'm just, so out there, so incredibly sexy that it's just like, it's almost hard, I can't not be, it's just hard for me to, I mean, it's hard to go out in public. That's why Nirmala says like, I need to go out in public, but it's just like, putting, girls throwing their phone numbers at my feet all the time. It's like, it just gets to be too much, man. I'm just like, yo, I'm just shopping here, lady. I mean, you don't, no, just get down. No, I'm not going to touch you. No. So, it's hard to be this sexy, but it's not kosher. No, it's definitely not kosher. It's not kosher to be sexy. I am, like I was talking to a rabbi on the phone the other day, and I was telling him that and I said something like that I'm not, that I'm not doing something. And he was like, immediately got off the phone. It was like, okay, I gotta go, So no, we don't, Chassidim don't, they don't like to talk about it. They don't like to think about it. And, that's what God wanted me for 20 years, man. And it's like, it was good for me. Because I come from the opposite. Do wear high karate, right? Yeah, I know it's too sexy for my shirt. Yeah. Thoughts on gematria? Not kosher. Yeah, sex is not kosher. I mean, but and that's a problem for me because I'm a nature boy. I mean, I love nature. I mean, and to me, sex is nature. It's just like, that's why I was brought up. I mean, my parents were like, they were like that. They were kind of like European in that way. They were just like, sort of like, they didn't teach us that it's wrong, it's sinful. We didn't get any of that stuff. I mean, sex is kosher. Yeah, sex with when you're married and you have the lights off and all that good stuff. What was that? No, I was always Jewish, but I wasn't religious until I decided to become religious after learning about, I was into spirituality. I read Siddhartha when I was about 15 and meditated, looked around, played in punk bands and rock and roll, Rolling Stones bands and everything else, and looked for God. Walked around barefoot for a year in the South and tried all kinds of different churches and practices and ate a bunch of mushrooms. And then, one day while being married to a Wiccan priestess, my second wife, I had a vision of the Holy Temple, and the vision told me to go to synagogue, and I went there and I stayed there for like 25 years. I'm still religious. I mean, I haven't left. I'm just a little bit doing my own thing right now. I'm outside. I'm not married, and I can't really get married again because my wife seems to not want to give me an official divorce. So regular, like, froom girls, like religious women, won't go out. They not only will they not go out with me, but they won't talk to me. And in fact, I got kicked off a website, and I actually, one woman actually had the nerve to actually talk to me, which not many women have that kind of courage, but she actually talked to me. And when I told her that I'm not officially married, she was like, I'm not talking to you. I don't talk to married men. I'm like, there's nothing about me that's married. I mean, I haven't been married. I was living with a woman for 20 years. We were not married the way, you might think of it. So to me, it's like, it's just a matter of rubber stamping. Like, I'm not filling out the form. I didn't fill out the form yet. And I talked to a rabbi about it. He says, yeah, you could give her a get or you could not give her a get. It's like, but it's a legal thing, man. It's not about, I think of marriage is like, you work together with a woman and you like each other and you talk to each other and the marriage I was in was about making a child. We had a beautiful child, and it was in that way, it was a very successful marriage. But he grew up and he moved out and he says, I'm not hanging out with you guys. So I said, if he doesn't want to hang out with us, either do I. I was just staying for him. And, but now I'm in limbo. So I can't go out with a regular, I can't, they kicked me off a website already. I mean, they're like, yeah, you can't be on this website. I mean, it was for people who didn't get this, Jewish people who were religious who didn't get this, a website, and they kicked me off of that one in like a matter of hours because I had one conversation with a woman and she found out I wasn't officially married, and that was like, I wasn't officially divorced, and I was kicked off. So I just figured, you know what? If God wants me to have a woman, I'll have a woman. If God doesn't want me to have a woman, I mean, I'm not, I don't care anymore. It's just, and that's usually when things happen. But I really, I just like, I'm very happy. I'm very happy just doing this. But, right. They don't want, yeah, they think, but I mean, there's nothing entangled about it because I'm not going back to my ex. There's no way in hell I would go back to her. So it's not like, oh, he's a married man, I'm like, and probably there might be a Jewish spiritual woman out there who's not hung up by this kind of stuff. And maybe I'll meet her someday. Maybe she'll come knocking at my door. Who the hell knows? She'll give me a call. I'll get a call one day. Hey, it's Ruthie. I heard about you, man. I know you're married, and I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about contracts. I don't also don't pay taxes, and I never got this medical treatment. And I want to come meet you. Let's go walk on the beach together. And I'll be like, okay, fine. Anyway, it's God's world, but can I give her a get? I could give her a get, but then the rabbis are saying that I would lose some leverage over. I mean, this whole thing is being hung up because I have a tax lien against me, and I don't believe in the IRS. I don't believe the IRS exists, but she does. So I'm waiting for this tax lien to disappear, and there's no IRS to make it disappear, and there's no one. And I don't want to go through any hassles with this BS. I'd rather be single than have to tangle with lawyers and all this other nonsense. I'll stay by myself. I don't care. It's not that big a deal. I mean. I'm to waste my life with forms and lawyers, and I just I don't have time. I love my life. I want to live a beautiful, comfortable life, and I do. And it's just me. So yeah, I'm not worried. I mean, it sucks that I lost my channel. That really sucks. But I'm also just like, you know what? It's fine. God will find some other way. Yeah. Yes. Lawyers will suck the life out of you. I know, because I was in a lawsuit against the Department of Education for like 2 years. That's all. I slept, ate. Everything was about the lawyers. Every moment of my waking life was about lawyers. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that again. I would rather, you could win millions of dollars. I don't want millions of dollars if I have to spend the next 2 years, thinking about stupidity. I mean, I got a life to live. I love life. I live near the beach, man. I'd rather go for a walk on the beach than hassle with some. Nothing against lawyers. I mean, they're just doing their job. But we all know. Look, we on this channel know that the legal system is a satanic organization. They use satanic. It has nothing to do with justice. It's not like some judge is going to say, well, it's only fair for you guys to do like this. And, those judges don't exist. The system doesn't support it. There's no such thing as justice. I mean, I remember when I was suing the Department of Education, my lawyer's like, well, do you want to do it in federal court or in state court? I'm like, well, what's the difference? He says, well, this one has a lady judge and she really hates this. And she's like, and the other one has this. And I'm like, it's a crapshoot. It's like, okay, well, I'm not spending my life doing that anymore. I just, I don't believe in the Matrix anymore. I just don't believe it. I don't know. So that's just where I'm holding. Don't, do as I, don't do as I do, and don't do as I say. Just, take what I was saying with a grain of salt, I guess. I literally did not know if that was beets or coffee. Turned out to be beets, and I'm pleasantly surprised. But anyway, so that's just where I'm so, and we know where the world is holding. The world is in a transitional mode. So, I mean, I'm sorry, man. I just got kicked off of YouTube. I was making some money. I finally had a job, and now I got to start over. I'm not sweating it. I'm not going to gnash my teeth and punch a wall. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to go ahead and live my life. It's like, so what? I don't know. Is it irresponsible? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I know, Barbara. I know. I sometimes feel lonely too. I mean, it comes and it goes. Sometimes I feel terrible loneliness, and it's okay. It's okay. I mean, listen, there's somebody said this, and it's not my original idea, but I have felt much lonelier when I'm living with somebody where I'm alone. It's much lonelier than being alone. I mean, alone, you're alone. You know what you are. But if you're with somebody and you're lonely, that sucks. And I've been in that a lot of my life. I've been married to these people, and I didn't really, they were good looking things. I think I just probably got involved for the wrong reasons. I didn't really understand who they were on the inside, and it's just like I was alone. I was like, yeah, I'm on this channel for now. Yeah, I have 2 weeks. I'm in the doghouse for 2 weeks, and then I think I'll be back. Hopefully, I'll be back to my regular channel. Yeah, don't get mad. No, don't get mad, Jenny Mac. We got to take this, life education. Yeah, it's it's a beautiful life. I mean, the bottom line is I'm living in the comfort zone. I'm just like, if I get nervous, I take a deep breath. I decided, for example, that I wanted to get a sofa bed for this room so my son could sleep in my bed and when he comes for Shabbos, because my bedroom closes, and this way I could sleep in my office and still go to the kitchen and everything else. So I wanted to order a single bed. They're out of it. So I called the furniture store that's near here and I said, I want a single, what do they call it? Like twin, I think they call it. Why do they call it twin? It's a single bed. I want a single bed. I don't want a big bed. I'm a little guy. What do I need a big bed for? I don't need it. And it takes up too much space. I mean, I don't want to give all my space to the bed. That's for people that are insane. I mean, I'm sorry. I know probably a lot of you have big beds, but in my world, I've been sleeping on a single bed for 25 years. If somebody falls in love with me, man, they can share the bed with me. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, it's big enough for me for two people. But they ran out of single, because people really want them. They ran out of single sofa beds. So I called the furniture store. I've been trying to get there. I was like desperate to get there. I was like, I'm going to ride over there. It's 5 miles away in the middle of this like horrendous traffic situation. They said, no, we don't sell single sofa beds. We only sell queen size. I'm like, why? I'm like, really? Okay. So, I'll do something else. I'll sleep on a cot. I'm just saying, like, life is like that. But whatever. You can spend your life in bed sleeping. I don't spend that much time in bed. It's not, I sleep a few hours a night and I nap a few times during the day, and it's wonderful experience. I love my bed. I even make my bed in the morning, but to have like a huge a bed like that dominates a whole room, I don't know. Anyway, getting married could be a scare event. Yes, you really never know my first wife and I lived together for 2 years, and then we got married, and it was like, it was over. It was over the second we got married. For 2 years, she was like the most wonderful companion imaginable. Just wonderful. She would go fishing with me. She did everything with me. She was just like, it's so sweet. I mean, she was still sweet, but it just seemed like as soon as we got married, everything got ugly. And the same thing happened with the second, and the same thing happened with the third. It's all rosy until you like close the door. You close the deal, and it's like, holy moly, man, what did I do? It's very easy to get into the situation. It's very hard to get out. Do the dishes, right? Yeah, I could be alone. I could be more alone. Yeah, in a crummy relationship, 100%. With some really sexy woman who really like we have a really fun time together, and then she's like just outrageous outside of the bedroom. That's really what most of my, and that's my fault for marrying the wrong ones. But I'm a sucker for a pretty looking girl, and that, I mean, my bestie says, you should marry like a regular. She says the good looking girls, she says, are all screwed up because they get it, they get a freebie in life. Everybody loves them, and they didn't really earn it. They didn't have to do anything. Yeah, it's okay. Marianne, Sheehan. Yeah, no, it's okay. This is all. It's all good. Everything that happens to you is good. I mean, this is, you know, I'm sure because you know why. You know why this happened? Because I wanted to go to the next level with my YouTube channel, and I'm sure we're going to end up on a very high. It's just I have no doubt that this is part of an incredible transformation. The last time, listen, the last time I got kicked off, I was so happy that I had 10,000 people and I was kicked off. I was a little miserable for a while, but then I had 50,000 people. I came back with a vengeance. So, the next when this is over, and I've already made plans. I just, you know, during the time right when I was kicked off, I was making a deal with a company in Nepal, and I've already made the deal. So I spent basically all my money from last month on building my channel. Hey, man, I don't think, I don't think about money like, oh, you know, I spent all this money and now I don't, it's like, this is what God wants. This is what God's world. I mean, if God wants me to have money, I'll have money. I mean, this was, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Anyway, this is time for soulmates to find each other. Yeah. I'm sure I'll find my soulmate. I mean, it's just, it's not, when I first got here, I was joining these single sites, and then I realized this is just making me crazy. I can't deal with it. So I quit them all. But I had to go through that experience to find out that it's not really what I want. Yeah, cuddling is nice, man. I love that's what I want, that's why I want to have a single bed. I like to sleep with a woman at night. I like to cuddle it when I'm sleeping. But I haven't had that for years. So I'm like, I've God doesn't let right now, and He hasn't let for me for a long time. And you know what? I'm better for it. I mean, I've gotten through it, and I think I'm a better person because I got through that kind of situation. Yeah, I don't worry about money. I probably should. I don't know. I don't know. I just I don't find it productive. And it's irresponsible of me because you guys end up footing the bill sometimes. I mean, I know when I lost my channel last time, I was begging for donations, and Richard came, and Karla.G came and sent me money, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that this time. That's why, like, okay, so my thinking was at the time, I knew this was going to come up. I mean, I knew that there was a possibility that this was happening. So I said to myself, I'll have a bunch of alternative strategies set up. And I do. I have. I started a new network marketing thing with this Purium, Purium today, and they're real go-getters. And I think it's a great product. And if you guys want to do that, I won't be eating from the bread of shame. In other words, I'm not going to sit here and say, could you, if everybody sent me $5 to my PayPal, first of all, PayPal is such a ripoff. They take out such a big chunk. They should be arrested for it's like a racket. But if you like ASEA, if you like the Life Waves, if you like Purium, if you want to get that stuff, at least you're getting something. This is what I'm thinking. I don't want, like my friend Brian here sends me, sent me a lot of sent me tons of beautiful coffee, but I don't feel that's, I want to earn my keep. It's not good for me to, it's the bread of shame, to feel like, oh my gosh, like whatever. Anyway, so it's going to be fine. it's going to be fine. I mean, everything is out there. Everything is in place. I also have the Gnostic channel. You know, I'm kind of videoed out. I'm kind of like, I mean, I'm making so many videos during the day. It's hard, but I do want to, I do want to go in that direction too. I mean, I'm trying all different things, and I'm sure one way or another will, you know, somehow God will find a way that I'll get by. I'll get by. I just don't think it's, yeah, I don't think it's necessarily a valuable way. And I mean, Nirmala says, man, you got to vibrate with the right frequency. You got to vibrate with prosperity vibrations. You have to, you know, you don't want to get into the fear space ever. Or the loneliness space. I mean, or if you do, like you don't want to feed it. Like by going on a dating site, I was feeding my loneliness because I was like, oh, are they going to write me back? Am I going to? Is anyone ever going to respond to me? And they never did, really. And the ones that responded were like, I you know, obviously scams. I'm just like, you know, so. But I'm investing all this emotional energy into getting turned down by a bunch of, you know, people that I really wouldn't pick anyway. They were not, these are not people that I would have chosen, but they probably saw my beard or whatever it is. I mean, but I just like, I don't want to invest energy. And, you know, it's just like the RV. I mean, I know a lot of people are really into the RV, but I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to sit around and think about how rich I'm going to become. By that method, I want to just feel rich anyway. And then I feel that God will continue to send me what I need. I just remember one time years ago, I was in Tennessee. I had moved to Tennessee. I was between wives, and I was growing cannabis in the house that I rented. And which actually the cannabis got me my second wife. She saw my bags of green stuff, and she was like, But anyway, I'm sitting in this house. Once you hook into Hashgacha process, once you see how God actually takes care of you at every moment and every day and everything, then what are you going to worry about? But anyway, I was spiritual enough at that time to because I'd been through AA. AA turned me on to God. So anyway, I was in this place. And actually, I was renting from this is weird. I was in Nashville, and I saw the name of the real estate company. I said, that has to be Jimmy I know from high school. And it was. I was like, Jimmy. I said, Jimmy, I need a place to stay. And he said, oh, well, I rent. That's what I do. I'm a real estate agent. I own real estate. So he rented me this place. And I got to a point where, like, I just could not pay. I was doing a lot of adventuring. I was traveling a lot. I had a vehicle, and I was traveling all over the state, kind of meeting girls and, you know, getting into stuff. Just enjoying the beauty of Tennessee. And one day I was completely broke. I was like, man, I don't even know how I'm going to pay the rent. And it was my friend. A check just came in the mail. It was some kind of insurance thing that I had canceled. I mean, I go way back with insurance. For my first marriage, we had invested in all this, you know, special retirement, you know, insurance stuff. And I had ignored it when I left my wife. I either stopped paying it, whatever, and they owed me some money in that. So a check came in, and ever since then, but things like that happen. You know, I'm sure that happens to everyone. Frogs, fully reliant on God. That's exactly right. Have faith, keep hope. That's what this post says. Send positive vibes to everyone. God loves you. Yeah. Yeah, Christians and Jews that were really not that different. It's just they set it up. You know, I got my channel. I got a strike against my channel for saying this, but they They set us up so that we were naturally, that we by law, by design, we naturally, can't get along. I'm not going to get into the details of what that means. You'll have to figure that out on your own. But yeah, there's no reason why. And that's what this is all about. We all have to come together. At the end of the day, we all have to come together to beat this enemy. These guys have been dividing and conquering us for ages, and it's enough. We're done. We're sick of it. Okay, let me just. I don't know what got me into this. I guess losing the channel and temporarily, just a slight setback. You want to jump over something. You have to step back a little bit, and then you get some momentum to go over the hurdle. Okay, so the stock market was like, okay, so let's see. What's this? Twitter web? I don't know what this is. I think I'm almost able to breathe. An asteroid the size of a delivery truck will whip past Earth on Thursday night, one of the closest such encounters ever recorded. I don't know why they're saying whip. Rick Ross won't ride in Teslas because he's afraid they will automatically drive him to the police. I've always had that in the back of my mind. The government could tap into the brain of a car. Rick Ross is that's pretty funny. All right, let's see. Queen of Pop. Yeah, these are old posts. Okay, let's see if there's anything interesting. It's all the same kind of stuff. Here we go. Tonight's chat. This is Major Freddie's channel will be on 911, Pence, Anthrax. I'm just like, I'm done with this. This is a really cool post. And I put this already on the Intel channels. But I want you to read this. This is like a U-shaped the guys, like religious guys, do not understand what it means to be live shows twice a day. They don't get that. They'll still call you. It's just so out of the box for them. It's like, I do this twice a day, every day at the same exact time. They still always call me during the time. It's just, they just can't. And they want to talk. They're like, okay, let's talk. I'm like, there are 1,000 people here. There's 600 people here, and you want to talk? I mean, you think that's okay? I mean, they just don't. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah. So there's this big U. Okay, this is a great diagram, and I put it on the Intel channels. It's a big U. Now on the left side of the U, I'm going to just read from the left side, and I'm going to go down. When I hit the bottom, I'm going to tell you everything from the left side to the bottom. It goes like this: loss, hurt, shock, numbness, denial. Now we're going down the loop: emotional outbursts, anger, fear, searching, disorganization, panic, loneliness. Okay. Loneliness is at the bottom of the U. Okay, so you went from loss, hurt, all the way down to loneliness at the bottom. Okay, now we're going to come up the other side. Loneliness, depression, re-entry troubles, new relationships, new strengths, new patterns, hope, affirmations, helping others, loss, adjustment. States of deprogramming. So you go from losing it all, you You lose it all. You're lonely. Nobody wants you at the end. And then you slowly climb up the other side. And then you're like, you come out so much better at the end. No mac and cheese sounds, right? The bad guys are the arch. Yeah, we got kicked off. Stay the course. Listen, we have just as many people here tonight as we usually do. It's fine. I'm not worried. I mean, thank God we had the other channel. Like we've been around long enough to have a second channel, and you guys knew enough to check me out. I don't know if they set notifications. Yeah, I'm not down. I'm just like, and you know what? I hate to say this. I hope nobody, if you're religious, please hold your ears right now. But I don't think, unless I marry a very young woman, which that's not really my shtick, to marry like a little girl. To me, it'll be like marrying a little girl, like a 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old even woman, maybe 40, maybe 50. But I mean, she'd be young, whatever. I mean, I don't think that I'm going to have any more kids. So, like I said, if you're froom, hold your ears. But it would be nice to marry a froom woman. But if a froom woman won't look at me because I'm still married, okay, whatever. I just want somebody nice, somebody who's a friend and incredibly sexy. Okay, whatever. Anyway, your nose is running because you're cleaning out. Yeah, thank you. No, it's really this room. I don't know why this room it's dry or something here. I don't get this in other rooms. I have an air filter. Yeah, quitting drinking is a big deal. It's painful, but it's not that painful. I mean, it was painful for a while, but now it's just like, I mean, like I said, it's more lonely being in a relationship with somebody you can't talk to, and you're stuck in a relationship like that. That's very lonely. 420 instead of booze. 420? How about beet juice instead of booze? People don't know what froom means. Froom means like religious. Froom means like a froom woman is like somebody who keeps the rules. And my ex was very big about keeping the rules. And I was, I'm religious, but I'm not, I'm not, there are levels of froomkite, like there's some people who are, more involved in the law, the legal aspects, the rabbinical and legal and Torahic aspects of leading a religious life. For example, some people wouldn't eat Brussels sprouts because they're worried there are a lot of bugs on it. But I laughed at my wife for years, and you know what? I looked at a Brussels sprout the other day. I said, "Man, this thing's full of bugs. Why am I eating this?" So, yeah. Anyway, we're getting near 9:00. Check out all the videos I made. Check out this Purium. It's an excellent health product. If you want to check it out, like I said, it would help the channel, but only if it's something that appeals to you. It appeals to me to have like a superfood in a bag where I can be eating 6 salads worth of stuff in one thing. I mean, it seems like this stuff is super cool. So, and they're really on the ball. So if you want to check out Purium, I put out a video today on this channel. Also check out Nirmala if you want to do a session with her. She's amazing. And what else did we do today? We did a live show where poor Poor little Gila was like fretting, "Where are you, Gila? Where are you, Guru? Where are you? What happened?" She was so sweet to me, and so and I made a video. I think I made a video. I posted it on this channel, and I made a deal with a new company to expand my YouTube channel. Now my YouTube channel isn't around, but I'm sure it's all going to work out, and everything for everyone should work out. Which I think, I mean, they keep saying, "Listen, I'm just like you guys. I'm just a receiver." But I mean, everyone says you gotta fake it till you make it. Just like feel rich and it'll come to you. I mean, it sounds corny, but what's the alternative? To be afraid and scared all the time? I mean, is it productive to be scared? Does it help you make more money if you're worried about it all the time? I guess so. Maybe it does. Yeah, everything will change. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think in the future we're not going to have to worry about money. So I'm bringing in the future, right? We're all doing this together. We're bringing in the future. Our consciousness to this channel. 600 people here are sitting here thinking like, heck with money. I'm not worried about it. That's huge. That's a huge chunk of consciousness spreading out, spreading its beautiful waves like thousands of hummingbirds flapping their wings to every direction in the universe. So our unified thought processes and the love you guys show for each other and for me and for the world is worth a lot. That's what they all say. I mean, it's not coming from me. I just read this stuff. I feel certain things, but I don't go around saying this is the way it is. I learned it from a green alien who came and visited me last night, and he told me that you really should put away a lot of copper coins right now. That's really a smart thing to. I do get downloads, but I'm just like everybody else. I'm just lost in the fun house, and you can make it. It can really be fun. It can be a really fun house, right? With lots of colors for wiping your nose, man. I mean, come on. How fun is that? I can wipe my nose with 13 different colors. It's amazing. How do you get how do you feel down about a world like that? I got I'm good. I'm set, man. I got everything. I got my setup here. I got my tool chest here. I got my gavel from 8th grade, man. When I was, things were I got the kind of watch my father gave me, G-Shock, right? He gave me one. I bought one like it because I lost it, but I got endless number of box cutting knives, they call them now. I think, we used to call them sheetrock knives. I got a new screwdriver here. I mean, come on, man. Tons of scissors. I even ordered, this is like, only a carpenter would have one of these around, right? I have to have one of these, but this is what makes me happy. How could I be upset? I got a whole dish full of things for my musical instruments. Anyway, it's all good. Was it love or the idea of being in love? Yeah. I mean, that's a good question. And there's a theory that you're not really in love with the person, you're in love with the idea of the image you're projecting on the person in terms of, you're not really seeing the real person. I mean, all the psychology stuff to me is too complicated for understanding. Construction mogul brothers killed in an avalanche during Canadian skiing trip. That's pretty weird, right? We the people. Psalm 23 and Isaiah 6:8. Faith family. Oh, it's Mike Flynn. True Friends social media influencer. That's what General Flynn is calling himself. Our minds are the battlefields in 5GW, the most brutal warfare of all. The Citizen's Guide to Fifth Generation Warfare is an antidote to the social media and news that manipulate our minds. To get signed or unsigned copy of the Citizen's Guide, go to General Flynn, but he puts 55 here a couple of times. What that means, I have no idea. Oh. All right. So we'll do this again, God willing, in the morning. Thanks for, sticking with me, and we'll I'm healing. I ain't no dummy. I like that, Jenny Mac. Yeah. The other half asked if I missed him. I only said when the garbage needs to go out. That's a good one. Yeah. 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 Nice. Beet juice with lemon and ginger. That sounds good. All right, guys. So we got this, man. We will see you. We'll see you in the morning. Same plane, same place, same bat channel. It's all good. The militaries are dividing. The world is. All we need is 3%, according to my friend. And when is it going to happen? It's already happening. We're here. All right. We'll see you guys in the morning. God bless.